Hello and welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're taking a look at a pair of work pants from Duluth Trading Company. Now, how do I know that what showed up on my front porch is actually from Duluth Trading Company? Well, it actually says Duluth Trading Company on the shipping envelope. It showed up just like this at my front door. Not in a box, in a plastic bag. Only difference is I peeled off the shipping label on this to not put that on camera here. But this is how it came. Let's open this up and take a look at what you get if you purchase a pair of work pants from Duluth Trading Company. So you can see these pants here come tagged and stickered, and this is their men's Flex Fire Hose HD Relax Fit Pants. This is part of their newer workwear line that they have available. And then buried inside the bag is the invoice for this. Very nicely shipped here. Arrived no problem. A little skeptical with the plastic bagging, but I know Amazon and other retailers ship like that too. So probably not that big of a deal. Your mileage may vary, obviously, if you've got issues with the shipping process in your area. So what do we got here? These are intended to be work pants. I can already tell by feeling it's got a nice sturdy feel to them. Feels a little bit like a pair of denim jeans. This is khaki. I believe there's more than one color. And so when we look at these, oh, there's a little extra dangling thread there. And another one there, not a big deal, just a little lent. And if we look here at the top, you can see there's metal rivets here on the corner of the pockets. There is the fifth pocket here. There are some variations of this that have various pocket combinations. So this has a bonus pocket here on the right side. And if we look at the left side, there is not exactly a similar pocket, but there's like a little, I guess we'll call it a pencil pocket right there on the left side by the hip pocket. So I don't know if you're left-handed or right-handed, if that's going to make a difference with these pants, but this is a pair of their newer workwear pants that you can get from Duluth. And so what I'm curious here to lay these out here side by side is to see how these actually stack up with other brands of work pants in terms of sizing, because if you're going to order from online, if you look at Duluth Trading Company, you're not really going to go down to your local store and be able to find their products in store. So I want to see how they size up for sizing purposes. Just looking at a material comparison, I think going through a stack of work pants, what these compare perhaps most favorably with, this is a pair of Dickies 874 uniform pants. This is actually a relatively new pair of these Dickies pants. I don't wear them that often. And the material is very similar, but the Duluth Trading pants are probably about twice as thick as the Dickies, but it's got a similar feel to the touch for how that might be. But it's definitely thicker than the Dickies, but a similar material feel as what you would get with those Dickies 874. What I will say with these Dickies 874 is the sizing on these are very different than what you get with jeans and what I would consider standard pant sizing. So that's where I'm also really curious on the Duluth pants to make sure that your expectations on how they fit match how you would fit other common pants. So what you see laid out in front of you here are the Duluth Flex Fire Hose HD pants laid on top of a pair of Levi's 550 jeans. And it's almost a perfect match. They were both purchased the same size. 36 waist, 32-inch inseam. The big difference I see is it looks like the Duluth pants definitely have a bigger crotch size with the little bulge you can see there, which should give some extra flexibility in moving. But in terms of the pant length, the waist size, and everything else, it all lays almost the same on top. I think the pant leg looks like just a little bit wider. So it's a little bit of a baggier fit just by looks before trying them on. But just by looks here, the only obvious difference is right there in the middle, and hopefully that adds a little bit of comfort for your movement. You can see there's the Levi's 550 underneath there. Now with these pants tried on, I can say they fit almost identical to a pair of Levi's, and the sizing is true to a pair of Levi's jeans. So if you have a pair of Levi's jeans, you should be able to duplicate the sizing for these. It's definitely baggier, but definitely comfortable so far to put on. The pockets on the side, I suspect I'll find some creative uses for what could fit back in the little pocket here and the little bonus pocket here on the side for a pencil. Maybe you could fit a small pocket level on the side here or other items. I don't know. But so far, they're very comfortable and they fit, which to me is the first step in getting a good pair of pants, is making sure that they fit right. And just the space, there's definitely plenty of space. So now the real test is, well, I need to wear these for a bit before I can actually give this a little wrap up here. So thanks to the power of editing, we'll be able to cut forward here and we'll see how they go. So it's been about 3 months since I shot the first part of this video, and now let's take a look at how these pants have held up after wearing them weekly, sometimes multiple times a week, sweating through them completely, wearing them indoors, outdoors, and all around, working in them, cutting down trees, mowing the yard, working on cars, and a little bit of everything in these pants and how well they've held up. So first of all, I've got to say I'm very impressed with these pants because they've held up really well and they've remained very comfortable to wear. So looking at the fabric has remained intact. It's not getting all fuzzy and hairy from wearing it, washing it, and having to scrub some stains out because they've cleaned up nicely. Only a few places where you can still see some stuff that just didn't quite clean up just because of some slight snags on it. Not a big deal, not the fault of the pants. That's just what happens when you wear any pair of pants and you actually work in them. All the rivets are holding up fine. The fabric's holding up great. The belt loops are intact. I wasn't sure how well the belt loops are going to hold up because for me, sometimes that's a point of failure on pants. And overall, everything has held up really well. Even around the legs and the cuffs at the bottom, that I'm not getting any tear out down here. The seams and the stitching is holding. Again, I'm not seeing any tears or anything else really pulling apart. The knees are still held up just fine from being on my knees. There's not really any excess knee wear. That was also a concern for me, which is true of any pair of pants that I buy. And so I was just trying to figure out, how well these hold up. And I've got to say, these things hold up great. But I will say, on the other side, one of the other things I've learned about these pair of pants is that I've learned I absolutely have to wear these with a belt. So if I wear a normal pair of Levi's jeans, especially the ones that don't have the elastic in the waist, I can generally get away with not having to wear a belt if I'm just wearing them around the house or wearing them around for just something really quick. But with these, I absolutely have to wear a belt because this does have kind of a stretchy waistband and just how these sit, that a belt is absolutely necessary. I mean, they do have belt loops for a reason. So really don't be, or try to cheat and not wear a belt, because at least for me, I needed to wear a belt with these pants. And the other thing that I noticed is that the width of the legs, now this is going to be a personal thing for me, it was definitely what I would say a little excessively baggy. And now I understand I do have a slightly more narrow tapered fit that you can get for these pants, which is what probably would have fit me a little bit better or would have been a little more comfortable for me. Your mileage may vary based on your body type, size, and preferences. But I thought that the bagginess on the pants, because I could hear myself walk of the rubbing between my pant legs as I walk around. And that was kind of mildly annoying to me. But again, I think if I had the narrower legs, that would have been fine. And everybody's body types and styles are going to be slightly different on that. Now, as far as the pockets go, these pockets certainly are deep enough and large enough. I can hold a cell phone, keys, wallet, and everything with no problem. And I've been able to tuck away other things like pens or a pocket knife in the extra pockets here, which has been great. Now, one of the little surprises that I found is if you take the pair of pants here and you go, and on the inside, on the left side, there's a little bonus pocket that's held tight with some Velcro. It probably took me at least a solid month and a half of wearing and washing these before I even noticed these, that there's a little bonus pocket here that's sized about right to fit a driver's license, a credit card, and just a little bit of cash in. So then if you need to be able to store some personal things on the inside of your pants, and then on the outside while you're working, you can put whatever else you need in here, screws or whatever else, without damaging or losing your cash or a driver's license, you can do it. Now, obviously, bear in mind that to get to it, you will need to go to the bathroom to get them out of your pants. Now, I'm curious if you got some other ideas or uses of where you might, or what you might put in there. I'd love to see that in the comments down below, because really interesting, I didn't even catch on that that was there until after I'd actually been turning the pant legs inside out. After washing it, I did a pause and went, well, that's kind of weird. What is that? So a little bit of a hidden feature there on the inside of the pants. Maybe if you're traveling and you don't like exposing excessive amounts of cash on you, just a little hidden security pocket there. Kind of interesting feature, very clever, stealthily under the radar with that. But these jeans have been, or pants, whatever you want to call them, have fit really well. They're very comfortable. And to me, one of my big takeaways on this is the fact that the same sizing I use my Levi's jeans fit me perfectly with these Duluth Trading Company pants. Because again, if you're ordering stuff online, Duluth isn't really a brand I can walk down to the local whatever store and go try on before I order. I kind of have to go by faith that it's going to fit. And for me, and at least with my body proportions, my Levi size matched perfectly for what my Duluth Trading Company pant size were. And that to me was an absolute win. Now I just need to throw out here for the record that my size in Levi's, my size in Dickies pants are not the same. So if you're going to order these or buy these pants, use your Levi's jean sizing, not any Dickies uniform pant sizing that you may have. Definitely a few differences in the numbers for how they size things. I like the Levi's jean sizing better. It's just more typical for the way that I buy clothes. And so I think that's good to know too. So I really like these pants, and I think they've been a great addition to my closet and my workwear. And I can easily see where these might be of interest to you. So if you're interested in picking up a pair of these, I'll put a link down below. And thanks to Duluth Trading Company for sponsoring today's video and providing these pants. If you got any questions or comments, put it down below. If you like videos like this, go and give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day. Bye.